Hello there, folks. Hey, this is Joe Wazoo here. Hey, I'm just going to do a quick video on writing to non-volatile memory within a DXM product from Banner Engineering. So I've got a DXM R94K sitting here on my desk, and I'm looking to look at the manual here. And in the manual for this product, they describe that registers 851 to 900 are non-volatile memory that you can write to. And in this document, it says something pretty important down here. It talks about the registers. One thing in here I'll point out to you that this says here this register is limited write capacity of 100,000 cycles. So you got to be a little careful of that. But those are the registers 851 to 900. I think it's actually 850, but 851 to 900. And those are the registers. So I've got here a red line HMI, and I'm just doing Modbus protocol, doing Modbus TCP. Here's the device. The default IP address of this is 192.168.0.1, and then over here in data tags, I've got one register here mapped, non-volatile, mapped to register 851 right here. And then on the display page, that's all I'm showing is that guy right here. Now I'm going to go into the Banner software first, just to show this. And let's see if I can move this up a little bit here so you can see the bottom. I want you to see the application status. So I'm going to pick from here the DXM R94K, that's what I have. And I'm going to use scan network, see if it finds it out there. There it is. Okay, so that's the unit. I'm going to hit connect. So now I'm connected to it here, and I'm not going to do anything in here. Really, I have no local registers mapped. Not doing anything here at all. Just default settings. I'm going to go to tools here. We're going to try this here. I'm going to go ahead and look at register 850 here, and let's put in, I don't know, let's do 8 just for giggles here. All right, so if I read these registers, so here they are by default, that number there. Let's say I want to write to a register. So that document said 850, 851. Let's try this. Let's start at 850. Let's go here and let's put in a number 1, 2, 3, 4, for instance. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to write this. Okay, that wrote it to it. Let's go over here and read it, see if it reads it back. Okay, so there it is. All right, I'm going to cycle power to the DXM here just to see what happens. So I've disconnected the power from it, and I'm going to plug it back in. Takes a few seconds for it to power up. See if I can hit the read here, see what it does here. Okay, look at that register didn't have it. Okay, so we're going to take that. We'll try this 851. Let's try this one. Let's do 5, 6, 7, 8 here. We're going to write that to it. We're going to over here and re-rate it. Okay, so that's interesting. Well, maybe it didn't read. All right, let me cycle power to it once again. Okay, I've disconnected power. Plug it back in. I'll wait for the lights this time to go green. Okay, the lights are green. Let's see if we read here. Okay, so I guess it is 851. 851 on up, so there's that number. All right, now let's go back to the Crimson, and let's look at the web page for the red line unit. Here it is. There's that same number that we're showing. Can I move this over? Right there. There's that same number there. So if I change it here to 1122, and then go over to this guy and read, there's that 1122. Now this time I'm going to disconnect the power again. So power's off. Let's see if it times out. There it timed out in the red line world. Plug it back in. Let's see if we get 1122 when it powers back up. Perfect. It worked like a charm right there, team. So that's just a quick video on those registers. And of course, in Red Lion world, if I wanted to, I could sit here and go over here, and I made this number, notice 885-1. The reason I got the -1 here is because if I use the smart duplicate, boom, 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 it automatically increments this register number, and I do the suffix. So this is 852, 853, 854, taking advantage of that. Now if I go back to here, and on this thing, red line, if I just do the old smart duplicate here, boom, boom, and boom, it'll put them all on the page. So if we save this and download it to our unit, and the power's back up. Where's there it is. Okay, so I guess you got -1 here. Oh, I'll talk about that. Let's put a different number in here. Let's say this one is 3344. There we go. And then if we go to the DXM software, hit the read, there's that number. The reason these are negative, I think the reason they're negative, is if I go back to Red Lion, the default in here is default integer. I believe our software counts that as a signed value. So if I change this to unsigned, I'll do them all here. And if I save that and download that to the unit, let's see if we get rid of our -1s. See what we get. That's full scale. Now I'm only looking at, yeah, that's correct. What's interesting here is the software. These guys are putting this big number here. You know what it probably is? Let me look at something here. I wonder if I go here, go to the Format tab. Normally by default, it's 5 digits. Let's see if I can do a numeric and change this to 10, just for giggles. Let's just see what happens here. I made it bigger. Let's go ahead and download this, see what happens. Oh, same number. So it's 16-bit. I don't know why it has that big number. That's interesting. Anyway, that's just a quick video on the mapping you can do. And of course, if I cycle power to this unit again, it'll have those correct numbers in there and stores them. The one thing I do want to say that's important, at least in my opinion, is that the read-write or the write capacity is 100,000 cycles. So one needs to consider how often you're writing that data. So if you're writing it once a second and you want to store that, there's 86,400 seconds in a day. So that's going to be a dilemma. You want to think about that. How often you're storing that value will determine. I thought also I could go a step further, and if you have a Red Lion device in there, you could also make a register in here, an internal register, and you could set it up as retentive in here. I do not know the cycle count for how often you can write to the Red Lion unit, but you could also rely on the Red Lion to retain that value also in here. Anyway, that was just a quick video on the DXM non-volatile registers. 851 up to 900 are available. Hey, thanks a lot, folks. Have a great day.